There are many games that are available for players to play right now. Online games where people compete with each other, where fun and engagement are tossed aside in an instant, and toxicity is welcomed on a regular, even for the smallest things. Are you tired of this toxic environment and need an escape into a beautiful adventure? Well, Sky Children of the Light is a game that will provide you with the complete opposite experience. A far more positive, fun, and relaxing side of gaming. So what is Sky even about? It is an online MMO based in a dreamlike, beautiful world with a simple storyline, where you, a Sky Child, travel the world of Sky to find ancestral spirits, to relive their memories, and make your way to Eden to return light to the fallen spirits. And interestingly, it doesn't even use much or any dialogues at all to tell its story. All of it is shown mainly through paintings and through ancestors' memories. Seemingly empty places in the world of Sky become more significant and full of life after you have relived the memories of the spirits there. Everything feels so unintentional and the places just become more meaningful and not just some random areas. The way the story portrayed different events of the past spirits and how the ancestors lived, it was done in a really beautiful way. The gameplay and mechanics aren't complicated as well. The key resource in the game is light. The light bar is consumed in some places and also while flying, but it can be simply restored by staying close to a light source or other creatures or players. There are other types of candles as well from which candlelight can be collected, which resets every day. They can be exchanged for emotes, cosmetics, and other items. Another item that you will find throughout the game are Children of the Light. They will help you fly for longer distances and upgrade your winged flight. This game doesn't burden you with too many things to worry about, or new things to learn to play this game. This game has pretty basic yet very satisfying movement. Whether it be walking or flying around the world, it is really the best part of the game. Sky can seem very basic when it comes to things like the story and the gameplay mechanics, but it kind of does those things very intentionally. The thing that makes Sky different from other MMOs is it does not have some super deep story, but infinite plot points or complex game mechanics that you need to master. It simply provides the players with breathtaking stylistic visuals, great sound design, and a huge emphasis on collaborative player experience. A game which tries its best to get the players to work together and interact with each other, being also able to get some cosmetics from friends, even making some areas only accessible by multiple players. Although Sky can be played alone, it is definitely more enjoyable to go on adventures with others by your side. The game also does not have any global chat rooms. Players cannot even talk to each other unless they have added each other as friends. They can't even see their names. The game allows you to set a nickname for your friend, but chat feature can be used while sitting beside a person in certain places. To talk to friends, you still need to unlock chat individually for each friend through the skill tree to even be able to chat with them. And even with all these problems, the players still find a way to communicate with each other, whether it be by honking at each other or simply by using the expressive emotes. The game also allows you to ask for help if you can't find spirits on your own. Players are usually very nice and they will help you find those spirits. So don't be afraid to light their candles. Maybe you could get adopted by a veteran or just find a good friend. Going on adventures, whether it's you being guided or you being the guide, or just some random adventures you go on with friends, just adds a really wholesome vibe to this game. The story, although simple, was really well told throughout the game. The game is separated into 7 realms, each representing a human emotion. You go through these cheerful and beautiful skies, to sad forests, and to the Eye of Eden being the last realm. All realms in this game have some uniqueness to them, So new players can explore each realm and it will feel like a new adventure for them. Some areas may be hard to find, but you will find them eventually while exploring. The map in this game is big and it has lots to explore even after the end. Speaking of the end, the Eye of Eden, the final realm of the game, although quite terrifying, was seriously the best part of this game. It also has a truly breathtaking cutscene to mark the end, a symbolic representation of the cycle of life and death, where at the end you lose all your ring light to return the light to the Sky Children, with the only thing left being gratitude of the people you helped along the way, looping the game back to where you started, with nothing. You return back to the beginning, losing all your ring light, starting all over again. If you decide to play this game, the first playthrough will be the most memorable part of this game. After the end and the game looping back to the beginning is the point where the game takes a turn for many people. Most of the players who played the game for the story and its visuals leave after some time. Understandably so, finding the game boring exploring the same areas again with nothing to do but finding wing lights, collecting candle lights, and some daily quests. Don't get me wrong, the map takes a lot of time to explore completely, but after completing it, some people find no reason to play this game because they treated Sky as a single player experience, finding no value after the end. Although many leave after the end, there are many who also stay. They also like the story and the game's beautiful visuals, but they cherish something more: friendships and memories they made playing this game. The main purpose of the game was to bring about positive interactions between people, and it does a great job at it. However great the story of a game can be, it is simply cherished and remembered by people because of the memories they made and the fun that they had playing the game. Visuals and aesthetics are great, but the memories that are made playing a game are just simply superior. Due to Sky being such a relaxing and positive experience for some people, it also becomes something more than just a game with cool graphics. It becomes a place they cherish, a place where they hang out, whether it be with friends or alone, where they relax and escape from reality. This is where the game shines in my opinion. When an online game is mixed with random players, it is usually a recipe for disaster, creating toxic and unplayable environments. But this game tries to bring about the other side, a side of people which is much more compassionate, helpful, and happy. The people that you meet around Sky are usually very nice and helpful. It really makes me wonder whether it's the gamers that make the game toxic or the company in charge of it. But I guess that is a topic for another day. This game has a lot of good features, but it still has some flaws. Although they are very minor, I thought it was still worth finding them out. The story was portrayed really well in this game, but the cutscenes start to feel really slow in some moments. A door lighting up shouldn't take this long. The game can also feel like a glorified walking sim at the start since you don't have much ring light, but this was only prevalent in some minor regions and it was not that big of a problem. Although I'm not the one to spend real money on in-game items, I know many people who enjoy buying cool outfits and accessories. They can get pretty pricey and expensive in this game. And yes, those were all the flaws that I found were kind of impactful. If you have any other problems, I would highly recommend that you talk about it in the comment section below. Maybe we could have a discussion. And now, to answer your question, should you play Sky Children of the Light? If it wasn't obvious from the whole video, my answer is yes. This game is one of a kind that everyone should experience. It is not perfect, yet it still delivers a good gaming experience. The most amazing thing about this game is it is somehow completely free to play. Yes, it has some microtransactions, but they will not in any way affect your gaming experience. You should be fine not spending any money on the game. And yes, this game is basically available on mostly all the platforms from PC, Android, iOS, PlayStation, and Switch. Anyways, this game gets an easy recommendation from me. And that is it from me today. As always, have a wonderful day.